There we go. Hello, hello, hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm here in the UK. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live. Good afternoon to you. I do apologise, I'm a little bit later today. We have a holiday coming up, so I am spending a lot of time prepping for doing all my business things to allow me to go on holiday. So, yeah. There is a lot going on, a lot of good things. So I've just been filming the video for this Friday. And then I've got all next week's done. So we're all good. So I'm so sorry for being slightly late today. But I'm back and we are going to be having some fun today. But I can't see the comments. That's always useful. Right. Let's adjust a few things. We are going to be having some fun today because we're going to play with Gilding Flakes. Oh my word. I love these things. I don't know why I don't play with them more often, but honestly, it's hilarious. My craft room has turned metallic gold. Oh, so I thought we'd have a bit of fun because it's feeling extremely autumnal. I went out for a beautiful walk with a dog this morning. Sorry, I'm just clearing up after my last video. And all the leaves were falling as I was walking along. And it just looks, there's loads of berries and all sorts everywhere. It's just looking so lovely. I was feeling so autumnal. And yeah, I just thought we could play with Gilding Flakes. Why not? Why not? Why not? Right, let's have a look. I'm going to pop us up onto my laptop. Have a bit of a chat. And of course I pulled out, because it was falling leaves, the falling leaves embossing folder, one of my favourites. All right, let's pop into YouTube, shall we? And make sure I'm live in the right place. And then if anybody joins me live, I did have somebody, but I think I scared them away. Yeah. If I'm not Billy No Mates and anybody joins me live, I will be able to see your comments, which will be lovely. Right, okay, so I thought today, it feels very autumnal. I'd work with some very vanilla cardstock instead of white. Let me grab that. Let's grab that. So here we go. A piece of thick vanilla for my card base. I love the thick vanilla card. It's really robust. It's really nice. And I've been playing with as I say, the Gilding Flakes. So I'll give you some tips on using those. And I'll give you a sneak peek of one of next week's, of my Friday, my words won't work, of my Friday project. So let's cut that at 14.8 for my card base. Yeah, I'll show you my Friday project. A quick sneaky peek, and then I'll show you how to make it on Friday. 10.5. And one nice thick vanilla. And then I need a layer at 10 centimetres by 14.3. This can be regular vanilla. I love tone-on-tone layers sometimes, especially with white or vanilla or neutrals. All right, okay, so we've got that. So this one will now fit on there nicely. So if you're watching me, hello and welcome. And yeah, do say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. So I think I might grab out the Cherry Cobbler ink pad. Let's get that. Cherry Cobbler seems to be my colour of choice today. I was using Cherry Cobbler cardstock just now. I think it all feels very autumnal and then winter and Christmas. Yeah. So I need to show you the stamp set that I'm using, and I think I buried it. No, I haven't. It's the Aspen tree dies with the Perched In A Tree stamp set. These two go together, and they're lovely. So I'm going to be using these today. Really perfect for loads of different things. It's great for Christmas. We've got a robin. We've got Let Heaven and Nature Sing, wishing you abundant joy and peace. But then we've got other things like Your Kindness Warms My Heart, which is what I'm going to use today. And No Matter the Season, I'm Here For You. That's a nice one. But mostly I'm going to be using the dies. Where are you, dies? Hold on. They're here. These two in particular, these leaves from here. The Aspen tree dies has this nice tree kind of cut out. And then it cut the birds, cut the branch, and you can cut some flowers. But I'm actually just using the leaves for this card. So can you see a theme going on? Right. First thing I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment. Because I want to make sure I leave enough room for it. Let me stamp that off. I was using a different colour and I can't see my chamois. Where is it gone? You should see my desk. So many projects going on. Right, okay. So I'm going to stamp this kind of thank you in the bottom right of my card. Your kindness warms my heart, and I really like the font. It's so pretty, isn't it? So Cherry Cobbler feels quite autumnal, that really warm, rich tone. Falling Leaves embossing folder, my favourite. That's coming in. So now I like this embossing folder. It kind of comes down all the way through with the leaf design, and it has some space here and here. So if you've got your Stampin' Up on the front of your embossing folder, you know that that'll be embossed. If you put your cardstock in with your stamped sentiment and it's up the other way, it'll be debossed, if that makes sense. So, right, I know I've got my Stampin' Up there, and I am going to pop this in here like that. So what I've done is where the gap is with no embossed pieces, I've got my sentiment, and I've got all my lovely leaves there, and I'm going to pop it through my Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. Just change my plates over. There we go. We've got some gorgeous embossing folders at the moment. I recently got the Snowfall one. That's absolutely stunning as well. Right there, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? That in itself, you wouldn't really need very much else, would you? Look at all the leaves. Okay, so we've got that. Then I decided I took some autumnal colours and I cut out some of these large leaves using the Aspen tree dies. I've got one in, I think that's crushed curry, one in old olive, pecan pie. But I'm thinking we might need some cherry cobbler to go with that sentiment. So let me grab the die. I think I'll make a big one. Oh yeah. I'm really loving it. So on our walk this morning, there were loads of leaves falling. It was so lovely. And the dog had a lovely time. It was such a nice walk. So let's have a look. We've got crushed curry, cherry cobbler, we've got pecan pie. That's really nice. Or we could go, I think, like that. That's nice as well. I kind of like that. But I'm not sure if the yellow lifts it a little bit. Right, I think I'm going to leave it like this. And this is where the fun begins, guys. Okay, I'm going to just take this layer out of the equation because it's going to be a bit messy now. I have got my leaves, and I'm going to put the gold, the leafing, what's it called? The gilded leafing on it. Now, when you get yours, it'll come in a little tub. If you order the gilded leafing, it'll come in a little tub. It's all compressed. I would highly recommend putting it in a much larger tub because it will fly around the room. It's very static and it gets absolutely everywhere and you can't really pick it up very well. And it's light as a feather. It's gorgeous though. My whole room is glittered. So I've also got another little tub that I've been using. This is an old one I used to use for heat embossing. Use any old Tupperware you like, okay? Or takeaway carton or whatever. And just put a little bit of that in there. So I'm going to put a little bit more of that in there, like that. Ooh. And I am going to put my lid on my other one before I lose the lot. So let's put that to the side. Now, to make the gilded flakes stick to the leaves, we need something else. We need some heat and stick, and we need some Versamark embossing ink. And I'm going to come in with a stamp. So from the Aspen tree dies, no, what's it called? Perched In A Tree stamp set. I've used this splodge. This one that looks like a leaf, the bits where the leaf turns a funny colour, like a rotting leaf splodge, but that doesn't sound very nice. And I'm going to stamp onto my leaf. This is fun. This is where I'm just having a lot of fun today. So stamp it up in your Versamark embossing ink. Stamp it onto your leaf. Okay. Do say hello if you're watching. Right, let's pull that off and you can see where it's done that. Then I'm going to pour the heat and stick powder on the top, quite a lot, like that. This is where my heat tool comes in. So I'm going to have my heat tool out. So I'm going to move these flakes a long way away from my heat tool because that's going to blow them everywhere. And you don't want that. And I'm going to melt this heat and stick. It works in the same way as embossing powder does, as in you heat it up to activate it. Activate it. Let's grab my tweezers. And you just kind of melt it a little bit. Then I'll bring my flakes back in. I'm going to stick them on while it's still warm. So you can see I'm just kind of randomly pressing the flakes onto the leaf. And then you can press it on with your finger. Like that. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Right, so, okay, and then I'm going to bring in one of my blending brushes. Now, this is just one of my regular blending brushes. It is a clean one, and I'm just using it to rub a lot of that gold flake off, and you're just left with what sticks to the heat and stick. There you go. How beautiful is that? How much it shines. That's gorgeous. So we're going to repeat that to get this effect with all of 3 of those leaves. Now, you will get gold everywhere. I don't think we can avoid that. I'm in Buckinghamshire in the UK. welcome. Right, let's grab my tweezers. Where are you hailing from? Originally from the UK, but you've been in the States for 43 years. Wow, that's a good long time to be somewhere. It's currently about... It's 1:37 in the afternoon in the UK. Where in the States are you from? Let's heat this one up. Oh, I better move that one as well. I love to say hello to people from all over the world. It's so nice. Right, make sure that's really hot. And then come back in with the Gilding Flakes. Ooh, let's just put it down that way. And then pick it all up. You can always put some more in. Oh, I put my lid on quite tight now. The only problem is if you have gluey hands doing this. Oh, it doesn't want to stick. I think I left it too long. So what I'll do is I'll reheat it and then we'll stick it again. I have found that. I don't know if that's just me. If I leave the heat and stick a little bit too long, it doesn't want to stick. So just move that over. It might be that I heated it too much, but we'll see. No, that's much better. I can feel it sticking. You can actually really feel the difference straight away. So if you find that it's not sticking, just reheat your heat and stick a little bit. Have I ever been there? I have. We come over to Florida sometimes, travel over to Disney World for holidays. And last year we were lucky enough to take a trip over to California and look at Yosemite National Park and all that side. So that was lovely. Right, okay, so I've got my cherry cobbler one. So I've now got 2 leaves. I think my yellow one was the better one of the 2. Let's try for this little one. If anyone has any tips about using the heat and stick, do pass them on, because I've only ever used it a few times. So I'm kind of learning. I'm not an expert, but I'm having a lot of fun with it and hopefully pass it on too. Okay, so the tiny little leaf. Let's grab that. How long have I been making cards? Oh, that's a good question as well. Do you make cards? I've been making cards for not as long as you'd think. I've been making cards about 7 years. That's as long as I've been with Stampin' Up. I'm originally a scrapbooker, which I've been doing forever. Feels like forever and ever and ever. But obviously, as soon as I joined Stampin' Up, which I joined for all the lovely goodies, I got into making cards as well. So now I do both, but more cards these days. Seems to be what people want to see, interestingly. Especially in the UK. Oh, right, now that's stuck really well. Good afternoon, Margaret. Thank you for joining me. How are you? Hope you're all right. Yeah, the brown one, the little pecan pie leaf, has done really well. That's nice. You've been to Florida and California. Aren't they amazing places? I have to say, though, the States are huge and there's so many beautiful places to go. I need to one day go and visit some more places. I would love to. So let's grab in my brush and rub some of this off. This is completely gold, this one. Maybe I heated the heat and stick a bit long that second time. So you can see how much mess there is, as in, call it mess, it's beautiful, but it's very hard to pick up with the Gilding Flakes. But I think it's perfect for autumn leaves. Okay, so let's create our card for today. I've got my layer. Got my beautiful leaves. I might retry that one because it's not very happy, is it? But it depends on you too. You'd like to travel some more. There's so many places to go, aren't there? You've got 21 years. 21 years. You're 21 or 21 years making cards. That's amazing if it's that. Right, I think I'm going to redo that red one. Shall I see if I can make a better job of it? We have time. Like kind of what I did with my dye. I put that down somewhere safe. I think I'd have to clear up my whole desk. Here it is. Okay, I've recut out this one. Let's give it another go and see if I just overheated the heat and stick. It might have been that. Thank you. Which I've got plenty on there. That I think makes a difference as well. So I have some gold leafing stuck to my tweezers. That just rubs off, don't worry. You were a Stampin' Up demo for a few years too. Yes, that can be a thing. Let's give it a heat. I do run classes. I've got some lovely ladies who come to my classes, which is lovely. I'm very lucky. Oh, right, let's pop some of these on for it. Nice big piece, I think. You can feel it when it's warm, this stuff. Yes, that's so much better. Right, okay. I think I'm going to spend the whole of the afternoon picking up gold from everywhere. So when I finish, this lot will go back in the tub. So that's something. But honestly, my whole room is gold. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? And what I like about these leaf dyes in the Aspen tree dyes is the way that it embosses the veins. Let me put the lid on the Gilding Flakes because I'm paranoid that they're going to fly everywhere. There we go. So, lid on the heat and stick. Yeah, so you can see the veins on these leaves, look, of where they've been embossed. Okay, so we have got these. I am very messy. And now the fun part is just arranging your leaves where you'd like them to go and then sticking them together. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's grab my Tombow. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my red one. I'm going to pop it like that. I want these stems kind of together. This one's going to go on the top. I might just pop that one up on a sticky foam pad. It's so gold you can hardly see it. What colour was it? Brown. Right. Let's have that one up. In the middle. Okay. So I think I'm going to stick it on just flat. My last one I popped up, but I popped the little leaf up, so that's fine. Pop it on the corner of the card, and then I'm bringing in, look at how much gold stuff there is. It's everywhere. The linen thread. And I'm going to make a little bow with a nice long tail. 21 years crafting, that's amazing. So tell me, everybody who's watching, what is the weather like with you? We're pretty obsessed with the weather in the UK. Honestly, we all are. It's a beautiful sunny day here. It's not hugely very warm, but that's about normal for October. It's only about 9 degrees here today. It was quite cold this morning when I did the school run. Or went out for the walk, I mean, with the dog. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop that there. I've got some sticky glue dots. Hello, Amanda. How are you? What's the weather like with you? Are you in the UK or are you in sunny Spain today? Ooh. That's it. My glue dot was getting I made it a bit smaller by rolling it around. There we go. Grab my ribbon scissors. Where are you, ribbon scissors? I have made so many projects. I've got things everywhere. Right, so let's just cut that one off. And my card. So let's pop the glue on. I am really loving this. I think it's so beautiful. So if anybody who's living in Europe would like a catalogue, I just sent out a whole nother batch. So let me know if anybody needs one. I'll pop one in the post to you. Oh, you're home now, Amanda. It's 26 degrees and the pool is the same. Oh my gosh, that sounds just idyllic. You are living in heaven. Can we all come and live with you, please? Right, I thought I'd pull out some of these brushed metallic adhesive dots. I'm nearly at the end of these ones. Look, this Gilding Flakes is absolutely... I'm covered. It's everywhere. I love them though. They're so pretty. I'm not at all concerned about the mess. I can cope. So I need some more of these dots because I've just got the big ones left. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them all. Yeah, maybe. Your husband says it's paradise. I think your husband's right. Tell him I think you're right. He's right. Where am I going to put this other one? I need 3, but they're looking a bit weird today. A bit contrived. Okay. There we go. So this is the one I've just made. This is today's card. I'm only making one today. I think I'll stamp inside. I'll put the same stamp in there, just so I don't have to go rummaging for another one, but you could put whatever you like in yours. Your kindness warms my heart, and that's in the cherry cobbler. And this is the one that I made earlier as my kind of prototype. It's the same, but I used old olive, and you can actually see the pecan pie cardstock. This one has just got completely covered in the... I think I was a bit paranoid about not getting enough heat and stick on there. I could have done with a bit less for the gold leafing. So I've got pecan pie, old olive and crushed curry. And this one is crushed curry, cherry cobbler and pecan pie. This one has copper clay stamping. And I've used the adhesive back metallic brush dots there. And this one is the same, but I have cherry cobbler. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'll just need to stamp inside this one. This was a tent fold. Exactly the same, though. And I've used the thick Very Vanilla today. Thank you so much, everybody. That's very kind. Here's a little sneak peek of what we're making on, or what I'm making for my video on Friday. It's a little box with Ferrero Rocher in for the Christmas table, decorated, and I've used some more Gilding Flakes and made some foam letters. So that's coming for Fun Friday, so look out for that. If you have enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps. And if you like any of the products that I've used and you live in Europe or the UK, please have a look in my online Stampin' Up shop at katebolt.stampinup.net. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click that little bell down below for notifications of future videos, and then you can see when I upload. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing me make this card using the Aspen tree dies, the Gilding Flakes and the Perched in a Tree stamp set. I've also used the Falling Leaves embossing folder. So pretty. I'll be back with you on Friday. Have a great week. Thank you so much for joining me live today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.